Hello class 9, do you remember this game? Yes, definitely. In the smaller classes, all we know about this game. Yes, when we fly this particular paper plane, so it is just a fun in the smaller classes, but right now we can use it to understand the chapter motion. I, Piyush Sharma, now teaching you the chapter motion for a class 9th. We all know about motion. What do you mean by motion? When a particle changes its position with respect to time and with surrounding, known as the particle is in motion. If the particle they don't do so, we can say it is in rest condition. So now in this chapter today we are going to discuss equation of motion. Now from the starting of the chapter, now we are familiar what do you mean by speed, distance, displacement, velocity and acceleration. Now it is a time to relate all these, and when we relate all these, so they form a set of equation, and this set of equation known as equation of motion. Okay, so now we can start here. Now when a particle moves in uniform acceleration, remember this is a very important condition. Particle must move in uniform motion. So we can relate velocity, acceleration, time and the distance covered by a particular time, and these set of equation known as equation of motion. Like first, the relation between, we can say, velocity and time, which is known as v equals to u plus at. Then position and time, this relation known as s equals to ut plus half at square. And then last, velocity and position relation known as v square equals to u square plus 2as, and all these three equation known as equation of motion. Okay, now in this video lecture we are going to derive this equation, means how it can be made, how we can find the relation all these things. Here we know about these variables. This is v, final velocity, u, initial velocity, a for acceleration, t for time. So like here we can relate all these variables and make a equation. Here s is a distance and all are same, which I stated. Now next we are going to derive the equation, but this derivation now in the 9th class we can use a particular method, and this method known as graphical method. Now here we are starting derivation of equation of motion in a simple language, how this equation make. Now here we can use the method graphical method. So before starting the derivation, we just recap graphical representation of motion. We know that from the previous contents when we draw the graph between position and time, okay, so this straight line gave us velocity. Okay, now our speed when we draw this especially for displacement and time, and when we draw the graph between velocity and time, so this particular straight line give us uniform acceleration. And here all this equation of motion valid only for uniform acceleration when the particle perform only uniform acceleration, then only we can use this equation. This is a very, very important line. Okay. Now here the particles start the motion where the initial velocity is 0. Okay. And we know that this particular straight line going to describe here uniform acceleration. And we also know that when we just find out the area of this VT or velocity time graph, this particular area give us displacement or distance. Okay, so now we start to drive the first relation, and this first relation known as velocity time relation. Okay, so first relation is known as velocity time relation. Okay, so now because here we going to describe velocity time relation, so here first of all I draw the graph between velocity and velocity measured in the meter per second on OY axis, and here on OX axis we take time t in second. Now the previous graph where we have to draw uniform acceleration, here the initial velocity will be 0, but in this condition I am taking where the particular condition where initial velocity can't be 0. So here we start the position A. Till here we can say in this condition u initial velocity does not equal 0. If we can consider this equation, so our straight line going to start from O position. Now at A, this is the initial velocity, are going to just perform uniform acceleration. So here the A, we can say it is a u initial velocity, and here the point B is known as final velocity. Okay, so now here from B I am going to drop out two perpendiculars on OX axis. Okay, and the second is on OY axis. Now we give the name here, it is a BC and it is B and D. Now here we also join this line we can say E. Okay, so now when we draw these kind of perpendiculars, so this particular line OA represent initial velocity of a particle, because here our particle is not started, means the initial velocity cannot be equal to 0. So here at the A it is the initial velocity, then afterward due to the rate of change in motion it is a straight line represent uniform acceleration till B. So here the point BE going to describe rate of change or change in velocity. Now here this line is also parallel to this line, and here the line BD, AE and OC are parallel to each other. So here on OC this particular line describe time interval. See here this line OC describe time interval, and here OA is initial velocity and the BC is a final velocity, and here BE is a change in velocity. Now so we are say that BE, look at here, BE will be equals to BC, okay, minus CE. It is called change in velocity. Change in velocity. Okay, and here OA is U initial velocity, and here BC is V final velocity, and AE will be equals to OC. It is called time interval. It is called time interval Now, by the definition of acceleration, okay, so by the definition of acceleration, we can write A equals to change in velocity, okay, and upon time. So here change in velocity will be equals to here what? BE, and the time here is AE, and see here AE is parallel to OC, so we can also write here BE upon OC, and then this BE we already stated here, we can write BC, this full BC minus CE upon OC. Now look at the graph, this CE also will be equals to OA. Now A will be equals to BC means V, okay, BC means V, and because here CE, here can I write here CE is parallel, this CE is parallel to OA, and OA is our initial velocity, so we can write A will be equals to V, BC will be equals to final velocity, okay, and CE or OA will be equals to initial velocity, and OC is a time interval, means 0 to t, or we can take t here. So we can write the first equation here, A t V minus u, or when we rewrite this, so we can say V equals to u plus AT. So this is a first relation, and this also called first equation of motion. This is a relation between velocity and time. Now the next equation of motion, the relation between position and time. Now when particle moves in a uniform acceleration, so definitely after some time they travel some distance, okay. So let us consider that the object has traveled a distance as in time t under uniform acceleration. Again I repeat, under uniform acceleration, this is a must condition. Now we know that by the graphical representation of motion, when we draw the graph between velocity and time, so the area under the curve, here the curve is OABC. The area under the curve means this particular region, the area under the curve is give us distance traveled by the object in time t. So here we can derive the second equation of motion by the help of this concept. That concept, the velocity time graph, okay, sorry, the area under the velocity time graph of a particular curve, here the curve is OABC, give us distance. So here we can write distance can be calculated by area of OABC. Here is a two method to find the area, and both are important, okay. Look at here. First, when we consider the particular curve OABC, so it is look at here, just forget about all these things, just look like this is look like a particular trapezium. What is the definition of trapezium in the mathematics? The particular figure of a four side whose two opposite sides are parallel, okay. So here there are two methods. First of all, we can take full as a trapezium, or the second, we can divide the trapezium in a two part. Look at here, if we divide the trapezium two parts, so this particular first part is look like a triangle and the second part is look like a square. So I write here it is a square and it is a triangle shape. So whole trapezium I divide into two parts. If we can go for, or if we can choose a second method to find the area, so definitely we will reach a very important relation. So here, first of all, I am using second method. Why? See here. So now the area of OABC, here I can write area of ABE is a triangle plus area of the square OAEC. Now in a 9th class we know the particular equation. Okay, equation of we can say it is a formula. So again I rewrite distance. Now by the generation of equation I rewrite this, we can rewrite like that way also, area of OAEC plus area of ABE, which is a triangle, because to make a right formation of equation, that the reason I'm change. Otherwise no reason, because the mathematics we can see the commutative law, A B will be equals to B in multiplication and A plus B also will be equals to B plus A. So mathematically we can also write. Now see the area of OAEC, which is a square, we can write here. This is the area of a square, length and a breadth. Okay, so OA multiply with the OC. Now area of triangle, right angle triangle, is half into base, you can take AE, into height is BE, right? Okay, yes. Now here we can write distance is as OA, we already described it is initial velocity, and C it is a time interval, okay, plus half AE. What is the AE? Here it is again, AE is parallel to OC, so definitely we can write here T, time interval. And what about BE? What about BE? The change in velocity, definitely. Okay, so now here the particular BE, we know that BE will be equals to change in velocity. In the previous equation we already use these as BE equals to V minus U. Okay, so by V equals to U plus AT, we can write V minus U equals to AT. No problem. So here same thing I follow, BE will be equals to V minus U. And now V minus U, we can also write UT plus T, and here V minus U, it will be AT. So this is the formation of our second equation of motion, S equals to UT plus half AT square. Once again you follow the step, stop the video, pause the video, think again, see the step again. Again, if you have a query, please feel free to ask. Now, next we are going to derive the third relation, position and velocity. Now, we reach at the last relation, position velocity. So, the distance as traveled by the object in time t, definitely moving under uniform acceleration must condition. Remember, A is given by the area enclosed with the trapezium OABC under the graph. So I already stated we have a two method to find the area. You can divide in a two part, means the trapezium you can divide in two parts. First is a triangle and the second is a square. Now if you not like, no, we know the particular first method to find the area of whole trapezium. So definitely this one thing give us again a very important relation, which is called third equation of motion. Look at it how. So now we know that the distance will be equals to area of trapezium OABC. Now I know the area of whole trapezium, okay, half into sum of parallel sides multiply with the height. Okay, so here the parallel side is OA and definitely here is BC. So we can say half into OA plus BC, and the height you can take AE of this trapezium height, AE perpendicular distance here, H here is AE or OC, both are parallel to each other and give us here the time. Now we know that half here distance is as half OA plus BC. OA here is U and BC is full final velocity is a V, and multiply with the OC here is T. Okay, now we know that by first equation of motion we can write one important thing, V equals to U plus AT. Now very important. Now because we are going to derive the relation between position and velocity. So here we have to remove the word time, because this relation is dedicated only for position and velocity. So here time no need, but in our equation time is there. So definitely we are going to eliminate T. How? So we going to, with the help of the first equation of motion, V equals to U plus AT, we can write here V minus U equals to AT, and then again T will be equals to V minus U upon A. So this particular relation we can put with the T, then we can say as equals to half U plus V, and T we can write here V minus U upon A. Okay, then this thing we can also write half V plus U also, no problem, V minus U upon A. Now we know very important identity in the algebra, A plus B, A minus B is A square minus B square. So we know that A plus B and A minus B will be equals to A square minus B square. So here V plus U and V minus U we can write as will be equals to here V square minus U square upon 2A. Now by the cross multiplication we can write one more thing as equals to 2as will be equals to V square minus U square, and now we can write again the same thing, the third equation of motion here. This third equation of motion here we can rewrite V square minus U square equals to 2as. So this is a third equation of motion. Okay, so please consider and try to learn each steps. Again, if you find difficulty, definitely you ask. We suppose that you find, you must have to find difficulty. So again, pause the video, see the steps, and please, it is a must condition to ask your problem. Now in the next section of this video, we are going to solve some numerical which depend on these equation of motion. Okay, so don't go, we are going to solve some numericals. Now here we solve some numerical which depends on the equation of motion here. So the first question, a bus is starting from rest. Okay, please read the numerical very carefully because all the information already hidden in this language and we have to just find out. A bus is starting from rest, because when the question given that the bus starting from rest, so here it is a clue or hint, means initial velocity u will be 0. Moves with a uniform. Now I already say that must condition, uniform acceleration, means here we have a path to, or we can use here equation of motion. I remember to you, and all equation of motion is valid when the motion is under uniform acceleration. It is a must condition, please remember. So with a uniform acceleration means here it is a is 0.1 meter second inverse square for 2 minutes t, time already given. Then here in this question we are going to find out the answer for the speed required and the distance traveled. So the best way to solve the numerical, divide the numerical in the parts. First of all, the first part is called setup. In the setup, note down all the equation, all the information which give in this numerical. What is information here? First, by the language, because a bus starting from the rest means initial velocity u will be 0, and here uniform acceleration here is 0.1 meter second inverse square, t is given 2 minutes, and we have to find in the first case we have to find speed or velocity, no problem, and the distance travel. So we are going to solve the first part. So in the setup, when all the information with the variables are here, please check all variables should be in a SI unit. See, it is 0, no problem, it is a SI form, meter per second, but here it's not. Minutes is not a SI unit for time, so we first going to convert it. So we can write 2 into 60, it will be equals to 120 seconds. So this is a must condition. Now because here we have to find speed or velocity, so u, a, t, 3 variables we have, and we have to find the speed. Not here, as is not for the distance, here is as is the v, or we can also write v question mark. So according to all these given variables and one we have to going to find, please search any relation which can link all this data. Yes, definitely we have. This is called v equals to u plus at. Now v means velocity, we have to find out, so implies that v will be equals to, u is 0, a is given here 0.1 meter per second inverse square, and the time is given 120 second. So this second and this square inverse squares cancel, so velocity will be here, we can write this thing, and that it will be 12 meter second inverse. So here velocity, the first answer we got 12 meter per second. Now in the second part, here we can solve B part. In this question we have to solve distance travel, means how much distance they have to travel. So distance cannot be found by the first equation because distance relation is not there. We can find the distance with the help of second, because given that s equals to ut plus half at square, v square equals to u square plus 2as. But in the third equation what happened? Time is not mentioned, but here time is given. So definitely we use here the equation as equals to ut plus half at square, as here for distance, not speed, please. Now we can say as will be here, it is 0 and 120, and half is 0.1 into t is 120 whole square. Now as this will be going to 0, so this remaining part will be 0.1 meter second inverse square. Okay, and time also 12, the square of 12 is 144, so 144 and 00, and second also square, this second is square and this one is cancelled. So see, the distance travel is come in a meter. Now we are going to solve this. This we can write here and then we cancel out. So as will be 1440 meter by 2. So the distance will be 720 meter. So this is the second answer. Means according to that particular data, our particle travel the distance 720 meter. Now the next numerical problem. And one more thing, please, when you're watching this video, please go for the landscape mode, because some questions are very big and the solution also very big. So sometime please, for my request, also zoom it and then see, because the font size become too small, because some solution going to be very big. So it is a request for my side. Now we're going to solve the next numerical, interesting numericals. A train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Means first information given here, 90 km per hour is the speed given. Brakes are applied. Okay, so when in the question given this kind of language, when brakes are applied, so definitely click on the mind, its final velocity become 0. It is a hint. So brakes are applied. So as to produce, again see the word, our favorite word to use, to pass, to get the pass, to apply equation of motion is uniform acceleration, which is minus 0.5 meter second inverse square. Negative sign is a kind of acceleration. When suppose when a truck is going to move or climbing on a particular hill areas and sudden brake fail, so that time the particular vehicle or truck going to start in a opposite direction. So when the acceleration applied in a opposite direction, so it is called in physics deacceleration or retardation, means acceleration in opposite direction. So no worry, we can take as acceleration by the name of sake, or the meaning is called retardation or deacceleration, but here we can take a of 0.5 meter second inverse square. Find out how far the train will go before it brought to be rest. So here we have to find distance travel after the brake applied. So again we have to solve solution. We apply first step, setup step, because given that is speed or velocity, this velocity 90. Now you have a confusion, we take final velocity or initial velocity. So I already help you, the particular language is mentioned, brakes are applied. So when the brakes are applied, so definitely its velocity, final velocity is going to be 0. Okay, and this is taken as a initial velocity. I already state that, see in the setup, when all the particular physical quantity here is the initial velocity is in not in SI form, so we have to convert. When we convert kilometers, so multiply by 1000 and divide by 1 hour, 3600 seconds. So mathematically when we going to solve 1000 and 3600, it is a shorter form, come 5 by 18. Okay, so always remember when we have to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, just multiply with the factor of 5 by 18. Okay, so 18 5 is 90 and then it will be 25 meter per second. Okay, now here we can use another information acceleration given a, no problem, given 0.5 meter second inverse square, also called retardation. Now we have to find out the distance traveled. So any equation, because we have a pass to use equation of motion, because the word we got it uniform acceleration, and all the equation of motion valid when we find this kind of word. So here v is there, u is there, a is there, s is there. So only one thing is remaining, is v square equals to u square plus 2as. Why? Because all the data I already seen. There is no time, because the first equation and second equation we have to use the time. Time is not mentioned, so why we can't wait? So we can't wait. We just apply all this data in this equation. So v square already 0, u is 25 whole square. Okay, now a is minus 0.5. Then s we have to find out. Sorry, no problem. So it is 0, 25 whole square is 625. Then multiply with the minus, it will be cancel like that way also. It will become 2 1 minus s. So no problem. S will be equals to 625 meter. So that 625 meter far the train will go before it brought to rest. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please pause this video, see all the steps, all the definition, my language, minutely use headphones to listen this kind. I'm not say if you have, so better to hear my language. And especially the derivation part, please once again do the practice in your copy, and not to do just remember this equation. Please adopt the method, adopt the systematic methods, and the best way to understand physics after the theory, just go for the numericals. Now in this video I also give handouts. Please go through it with your reference and try to solve some other numerical. Thank you very much for watching this video.